And then the Americans stopped everybody from crossing the border who didn't take the shot.
Yep.
So I lost my job because of that.
How many fines did you get, Andrew?
65 tickets.
65 tickets?
The tickets totaled close to $900,000.
$900,000? Hi, this is Grant Pace for Druthers News and Information, and we are reporting from Windsor, Ontario. I'm standing here with my friend Andrew. Now, Andrew, you've had some issues come up regarding the mask way back in, what was it, 2022?
2021.
2021.
And January 2022. And then the Americans stopped everybody from crossing the border who didn't take the shot.
Yep.
So I lost my job because of that.
So where were you working?
I was just working for a small trucking company.
Small trucking company, okay. So can you tell the people your story? How did this all go down?
Coming back from the States one time in the truck, and they started telling me I got to wear a mask. I said, for what? I didn't know anything about this, right? Mm-hmm. And they kept putting pressure on me, and the guy told me, just pull your shirt over your face or I'm going to send you in. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know where I was going. I go, okay, there. Mm-hmm. And I left, right? Mm-hmm. And next day, because I was crossing every day. Yep. You got to put a mask on. That night, the first time, when the guy said, pull your shirt over, I went home, I started looking into everything, and I go, this is ridiculous. Like, every day, they're telling you this, they're telling you that. And I remember that Fauci guy over in the States said, don't wear a mask if you've had a heart attack or you've had a stroke, okay, or you have the potential for those. Sure. Well, I had a heart attack, a small one, in 2015. One side of my family are susceptible to strokes. We've had 5 people pass away because of it. Okay. So I started telling them this. And they said, well, where's your medical information? I said, I don't have to give you my medical information. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. That's private between me and my doctor. Once, I'd say after about a month, I'd pull up to the booth, and one of the guys, he goes, oh, it's you. I said, what do you mean it's me? He goes, everybody knows about you. He goes, you're the guy who doesn't wear the mask. We know all about you. Wow. So, and then this became a daily occurrence. They were keeping me at the border and secondary for up to 5 hours.
Really, it's holding you back, restricting your freedom of travel.
Yes.
Yes. And so what happened after that?
Just kept doing it every
So you kept on doing it. Did you get fines from doing this?
Yeah, I got quite a few of them.
How many fines did you get, Andrew?
65 tickets.
65 tickets. 65 tickets, folks. Wow, and how much were these tickets for?
They range from $1,000 to $6,255. The majority being that. The tickets totaled close to $900,000.
$900,000. So now you have to make these court appearances and everything else. Mm-hmm. Would you like to speak on that a bit?
Well, there was also summons too.
Summonses, okay.
Yeah, I received in April of 21 4 summons in one day. Mm-hmm. And then in October of that year, I received another summons. And when I went to court for the first group of summons, 2 of them were dropped. Nobody at the court would even admit that they existed. Mm-hmm. There was no explanation. And then there was a series of court appearances for that. And then, as usual, which also happened with the tickets, I went in there, they said some things to me, mm-hmm. I said some things to them. And next thing I know, I'm getting removed from the court by the police officer that's on duty, the man acting as the police officer.
Wow, so they removed you from the court.
And then had the trial without me while I wasn't there.
So now you had another court case today.
Yes.
Now what was that regarding? The same?
That was the last summons. As far as I know, there's no more court appearances or anything like that.
Okay. All right. So your trial today, we were sitting in on it. How do you feel that it went?
Terrible.
Terrible.
We have the right to face our accuser when we go to court, and there's nobody there because on the tickets and the summons, it's always like the municipality of the city of Windsor, or I think with the summons, it was at the time it was Queen Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Windsor. Okay. And she's not showing up. Then they switched it. They said first they said king, and I asked what king. No one would answer. They really didn't answer any of my questions. They were just determined to push through and do everything possible to get a conviction on this summons. And the fine on each of the summons was 6 months in jail and or a $750,000 fine. Now on the other summons, when I went for the trial for that, I said they had dropped 2. Well, then after I was kicked out of the court by the cops that were there, I guess after they had the trial without me, one of the 2 remaining summons was dropped, and the fine, there was a conviction handed down. That was the ruling. I don't know. I wasn't in the courtroom to witness it. And then the fine was brought down to from $750,000 to $4,000, and there was no sentence to go to jail.
Wow. So standing right now, what are your charges? Are there police looking for you? What's going on?
Well, when I was at the court today, they actually had they called the SWAT team, members of the SWAT team. I guess they called the TAC team here.
Okay.
And I saw them when they were standing in the hallway. There was 2 of them, plus the cop who's stationed there all the time. And then supposedly they were there for me, which is what I heard.
Okay.
And then I went into the court, and it was the same nonsense. They just tried to push through. I wasn't having that. So I was doing, which is my right to try and, get this matter solved. And they told the police to get me out of there again. So the cop, and after the first time I was thrown out, every time that I go, appear at court, they make the cop go in there too. So what happened today was when they told him to take me out of there, the prosecutor stood up and he wanted a warrant for my arrest.
A warrant for your arrest?
Saying that I wasn't there.
And you were there the whole time. You were escorted out?
Yeah, I didn't leave.
No.
You
were forcibly removed.
Out. Yes.
That's great. And we were there, we witnessed that. Now, can you talk about, you said some comments about the prosecutor pointing his finger at you. Now, did he actually touch you?
This was back in December.
Sure.
He had jumped up after I said something and started yelling at me saying, this is, that doesn't work here. You stop that, and because he didn't like what I was saying.
Sure.
And he started waving his finger and he poked me in the face. And he denied it today in court because I brought that up.
Yes, he said he never touched you.
Yeah.
But he actually, you're saying he did.
I said this man who fails to identify himself, he must not be allowed to speak. He has no firsthand knowledge of the event. And I have the right to face my accuser. I want to face my accuser. Where's my accuser?
Exactly.
And they won't do it because their accuser doesn't exist. These people at the border were trying to force me to do something that could harm my health. And I'm the one that's being punished for it.
That's right. And you have medical restrictions. You're not able to wear a mask. You've had heart conditions in the past. And they're telling you to put this thing on. Unbelievable. So where do you go from here, Andrew?
I don't know. Apparently there's a warrant out for me right now.
So that once you were out of the courtroom, then a warrant was issued, as far as I understand.
That's what I heard, yeah. So I don't really, as far as I know, I haven't had a warrant out for me before, so I don't really know what this entails. But
So your thoughts? How are you gonna proceed? Are you gonna be representing yourself? Are you gonna be getting a lawyer?
I'm not sure. I haven't used a lawyer since the beginning, but according to what I heard in court today, is that they want to hold me now until a new trial date is set and hold me until that trial, which could be, and there's a lot of your listeners might know about this, and I'm sure you know the RV Jordan rule, where they have 18 months to prosecute a case from the day the charges are laid, right? Well, today we're 8 days shy of it being 2.5 years. So this is well past the date.
And so they're still going to try and push this through.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
You were there.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. So this is unbelievable. So this has happened to many Canadians. We want to make the public aware that this sort of behavior is going on in our court system. It's supposed to be a place that justice is upheld, and you're not getting any justice, are you?
No.
No.
Well, you know what justice stands for, right? As far as they're concerned, just us. It's not. It doesn't involve me or you. You know.
Well,
It's all just like commercial. You know, it's just to extract money from people.
it's wrong on so many levels, folks. And cases like Andrew's have to be brought to the public's attention, and that's why we thought it was very important to talk to Andrew today and talk about his case, because this is happening not only to Andrew but to many other people out there. So this is the way Canada seems to be going, folks.
Yeah, you got to fight for your freedom. You know, they're trying to take. You know, these people that work in the government, they're trying to take it from you, and they're not nice people. They don't care about you. Okay, they've tried to railroad me since the beginning of this. You know, and I got treated like garbage at the border by a lot of the cops. I had border guards trying to pick fights with me at the bridge there, and I just. You want to fight? Is that what you want? You know, as for all these tickets, if you notice how you're not hearing about the COVID stuff anymore. No. They want to brush it aside and everybody forget. And I'm not sure if you saw those posts on social media where it was being put out. Oh, you know, look, we were all scared. We made some mistakes.
Sure.
Let's just forgive and forget and move on.
That's right.
It's like, well. There's people that have lost loved ones because of this, right? There's many people that have died from the shot.
For sure.
You know, my mother went in the hospital January 2020. Okay, I didn't see her for almost the whole time she was in there. She didn't get up till I think it was September.
Wow.
Beginning of September. You couldn't go in there and see her. You know, and she had
Couldn't
to have
check on her or anything else.
No, nothing. So this is not the Canada that you and I grew up in. And the thing is, people are just letting it happen. You get the people that just want to put their blinders on and not pay attention. Then there's those are the people that have money and they're still working. And to them, it was just you know, a scary time and let's just move on. But then there's other people that are being, you know, affected really terribly by this, and they're you know, basically being forgotten about. They're turning into what used to be called the throwaway people of society. And these weren't people that were bums. They weren't living on the street before. They had jobs, they had homes, they were working, you know. And now. Well,
Andrew, I wish you the best, my friend, and we're going to be following this case, folks. So we're going to give you an update on how everything is going with you, Andrew. This is very important because, like I said, this has happened to so many Canadians all across our country.